Hi Aries, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So we're going to talk about you and that other person, okay, and see what wants to come up for you. What was so interesting is as I was pre-shuffling, I was getting, it's almost as the question, who am I, okay? And, it's almost as if you're trying to really focus in on who you are, where you're going, and why. Okay, now it could relate to this situation, it could relate more about even to you, but it's almost as if that you're facing like an ending of something, and it could be of the relationship of some sort of ending where that egocentric mask is no longer needed, and you are now stepping into the reality of the true being that you were meant to be and all that is surrounding that. And it's almost as if and that's what I was getting, and it's so much bigger than you've ever imagined. And it could have been an ending to a financial situation, a love situation, a career situation, just whatever that is. But that's what I was feeling and really picking up on. So let's take a look and see what wants to come out for you here. Again, this is we're going to focus on love of you and the other person, but I did want to mention that because I kind of was feeling that as it was kind of coming up here a little bit. Okay. This is just I think by grace, I think that as you move through this and shed the old identity that is just not fitting for you right now in your magnificence and where you are going. So I just wanted to bring that into the fold here. So let's see what's going to come in store for you. Now, this is going to be a general read, and this will be for you and that other person. That other person might be a significant other. It might be a boyfriend, girlfriend, even a person of interest. Even can be a friend or family member, okay? You're going to know how it kind of fits for you in whatever situation happens to come about here. So let's see what wants to come out for you. This will be July 1st through the 15th, 2019. All sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus sign, Aries. Keep in mind that I might be talking about you on one side, and the other, you might resonate with the other side even better. So just interchange the messages as you see fit, okay? And that's my little bell in the background, guys. Sorry, I just took her for a walk, so she shouldn't be meowing. But maybe she just wanted to say hey to you guys, and that's probably what it is. So, hey Aries, Belle's saying hi to you. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this around and see what wants to come up. Please keep in mind too that if you are looking for a personal read, because this is a general read, go to theguidedintuitive.com and I'll get you hooked up over there, okay? So I am taking appointments right now, and I'm excited about it. So been real busy, but I've got some openings right now, so check it out, and if it's available on my calendar, then I'm ready, okay? So there we go. Let's see what wants to come about for you here. Nice. We get the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about something that's coming through manifestation, okay? Something that is coming into kind of the reality, almost as if I'm feeling like the Magician card here too as well when it comes to this. But this is a very this is about prosperity of some sort. So prosperity in terms of a relationship or a situation. Perhaps an offer is coming your way. So note your comments below, but that's what I'm getting. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as well as your Venus signs. So I am picking up that. But there is an opportunity for you, and it's a heartfelt opportunity. There's a lot of green in here as well. So I do see that, but it's giving you a lot of confidence kind of going through. It makes you feel like a little kid. I will say that. It does make you feel almost like a little kid, and you're looking back at past memories, and this is saying is that this opportunity, don't focus on the past, bring those good memories in, but really focus on the now, what's happening now as it relates to your love life and moving forward, okay? Take the past, those beautiful memories with you, but also focus on the now and what's happening with you now, and how you want to move forward, I think, in the future. Because this is a 6, and 6s are about growth, okay? This is taking the growth that you had from the past and being able to move forward, okay? As it relates into your love life, okay? But that's what I'm seeing here. And cups are, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus. It's that type of energy. And keep in mind that I will note the signs, but it is about the energy that will trump the signs, okay? So, but that's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of growth happening here. You've got this you're manifesting, you're focusing on the prosperity, and you're focusing almost like on the love, on almost like something that really made you feel heartwarming. It was heartwarming, okay? Someone that's giving a cup of love to someone else, and perhaps this new opportunity that's coming into play kind of gives you that warm and fuzzy and reminds you of being like a little kid in some way, okay? So that's what I'm getting. Let's see what else wants to come through here. So we get the Emperor. How interesting. I think you're being very decisive on how you're moving forward, or you might have an Emperor in your realm, okay? But this is someone who's very structured and very disciplined and that type of thing that's coming through. But that's what I'm seeing. How interesting. Yeah, this is a major arcana card too. So yeah, very, very much so. Structure. Okay, a lot of structure. Standing in your ground, standing in celerity. It's almost as if that you're kind of standing your ground on a current situation, and you're maintaining your stance in that at this time. So it could be as it relates to a love situation that you're holding your ground, and you're being very decisive as it relates to that. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through for you. Ace of Wands, man, you've got an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is kind of like you almost in this opportunity. This is a new opportunity, a new insight that's coming your way, a new inspiration and creativity as it relates to your love. So maybe you're moving forward in your love life and you're manifesting, right? And you're checking things out kind of as they were in the past, but really want to move into the now. You've got some opportunities, I will tell you that are coming through for you. And again, it could be, that Gemini, Libra, a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and this is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. Yeah, I see that too. How interesting. Let's see what else wants to come through for you here. But yeah, new beginnings, opportunities are coming your way. It's almost as if you're kind of it's almost as if you're starting all over, like the Page of Swords, and kind of swinging the sword and not kind of sure which way to go. But yeah, it's like you're starting all over, and it's kind of what I see. You might have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's funny that I mentioned that, because it's almost as if that you might have someone that's coming your way that delivers a message to you that is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, in their chart. But it almost as if that particular person, they're young, as they come through, and a little not used to using the sword so much, a little haphazard with it a little bit, I should say. But it is a message nevertheless. It's being very curious, very energetic as it comes across. So you do have an opportunity there. So I do see that coming through as well. What you don't want is any sort of the competition, and perhaps that's what that person brought aboard. So I'm just saying that. It could have been the case in terms of some sort of competition and some sort of adversity that was taking place. Maybe there was a disagreement with that type of person. But, I do feel that you are really solid in your emotions right now. I believe that you're taking on this King of Cups type energy, quite frankly. And I really believe that you're balancing out your emotions as it relates to your love life moving forward, Aries. I see that. And I feel that is you. I think you're putting an end to the things that maybe weren't working in the past that caused, perhaps a lot of this strife, that you don't need to put up with a lot of that now that things are changing for you. And I think you're going to start manifesting, attracting the stable type of relationship that you're looking for, okay? And that's what I see here for the most part. Now, what about this other person, okay? The other person, I get the Hierophant, okay? So, and this is a major arcana card. So this is really talking to me about, tradition. This is about belief. And this person is really understanding and deciding, kind of getting ideas from their source on what it is that they truly believe in, what they want in terms of the love life, and how they want to move forward in that. Maybe they're getting advice. Maybe they are one that actually teaches others as it relates to that spiritual realm, or that type of thing. But it is belief, and it is about tradition, and that's what I see kind of coming into place, that they're focusing on tradition in their life, and how that speaks to them as they move forward. Now, they do get the 7 of Wands that are coming out there. The 7s are about having faith, okay? and the wands are about competition and perseverance. So I think that they've got the upper hand in here. I think that they they really perhaps they're in competition for you. And they feel that they're on higher ground, but they want to maintain that positioning. And it does take perseverance, going through it. It does take a lot of faith, for this as well. So that's what I'm seeing here. But they are maintaining the higher ground as it relates, to their love life. But they also get, there's also the Knight of Wands, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you might be very passionate in moving forward and maintaining your position as it pertains to their love life. But I'm seeing this other person is really coming in with a lot of passion, is what I'm seeing here. And they want to be the forefront. They're coming through with a gift of love. It's they're coming through with that for you, and it looks like it's a Knight of Cups. They're very true and purity in terms of their thoughts. So just note that in terms of their emotions, they're coming across very, very pure. So note that. But I really see that it is a knight, right? And there's a lot of passion, and they're coming through, and they are offering you a cup of love. So I'm just saying it's very sincere. So do keep that in mind. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? So I do see that coming through. You might also have another person coming through too, which is the King of Pentacles. And this person is really focusing on their money. They're very strong. Now this might be, on this side here, this could be, someone that you have another, this could be, that type of energy that this person is taking on over on this side, is that focusing on getting their groundedness and being solid and that type of thing. Or they might have a Capricorn that's coming into their life, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And if you relate more to this side, there could be a Capricorn coming in, as well as a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. A lot of, it could be that, or you're just taking that on in terms of getting grounded in the process. But what you don't want is to take on any sort of toxicity. And so this person on this side does not want any of that devil type energy of sorts. So if you have been embodying some type of that, or if there is, more than one person on this side, this is saying is this person kind of feels tied to something, almost as if they're tied to some sort of, they might be tied to another individual at this particular moment. And it could be a Capricorn, or someone that's kind of embodying that earth type energy. So maybe that is keeping them from coming as forward as fast as they'd like. But it looks like that they want to walk away from that toxic energy. They really want to, it's like they're walking away from that toxic energy. And it's almost as if that's what they're doing. There's the swords, so it's almost like it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that's walking away from them. Interesting. Wow. So how interesting is this? Wow. Yeah, it's like they're walking away from something so they can have better days ahead in their love life and get the Sun card, and they get a lot more vibrant and move forward with life with a lot more energy, vibrancy, and good vibrations, a lot of enthusiasm. It's really beautiful. So whatever it is that they've walked away from on this side here, it's actually leading them to the Sun card. And it could have to do with some sort of toxic energy that they had over here, because there was a cup of love, okay, whether you offered that or another person offered that here. But I almost feel that there's a lot of people in here. You've got earth signs, you've got fire signs, you've got water signs. And it's almost as if there's like a lot of competition, right? And it's about going within and finding the truth and how they want to move forward. So perhaps there is, some sort of, finding out who they are, getting rid of that, and walking away from the toxic energy and moving on from that so they can actually get to the Sun card. And that brings them real vibrant. Wow, how interesting. Yeah, it's because on this other side here, this is looking for stability and not wanting the strife, but knowing that there is putting an end, to any toxic, type thing that might be, that would be deserving of you, that's on this, initial side over here. Yeah, so it's that's what I do. It looks like there is some sort of ending, as it relates to that. When there's an end to that that strife and all of that on your side, it does have to relate to a lover. There's no doubt about it. but it's like you're looking on this you know, first side over here. You're definitely looking at long term. So yeah, I mean, I really just kind of see it like, you know, just kind of encompassing all of this. You know, initially when I started, it looks like you just have, you're taking on real decisive energy. You've got new opportunities, but it's saying to focus on the now. You've got a lot of opportunities. You're gaining your emotions and your stability upon things, Aries, is what I see here. Gaining your ground and stability, but what you want to get away from is, you know, all the competition and strife, and you're putting an end to that. And it is as it relates to a lover. I think you maybe put an end to something and you having to look long term. And maybe that was what I was talking about at the beginning. I maybe deciding who you are and where you're going and why. And, you know, it's like you're going to be shown the way in this situation is really what I feel. You're going to be shown the way and you don't have to do anything. But you're really discovering on just what it is that you want, you know, in terms of the long term here for your relationship. Yeah, how interesting you get the Two of Cups right after that. Isn't this interesting? You're focused on long term, and when you do that, it's like you attract a relationship in that resonates with you on what it is that you want. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm just saying, okay? So that's what I see here. On this other side here, just to kind of bring that full circle, is that you know, they're going within, they're focusing on, you know, it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo on this side here, that, you know, they're taking on that type of energy. They've got a lot of passion, and you know, I guess what it is, what I see is that they're wanting to maintain their position, you know, in the situation. They don't want to lose their positioning, but it's almost as if that they, on the person on this side here is involved in a real toxic type of situation, and it's more than one person. And what they do is that when they leave that, they actually get the Sun card, okay? And, you know, it's interesting because I do see, you know, this person coming through, or you offering, you know, the person on this side offering their love could very much well be the love that I see on the very first side over here, okay? But yeah, I do see them, but they have to walk away from something before they can offer that love is what I see. And then it's that opportunity for a new beginning and just focusing on one person at a time. But they have to get their rest. There's no doubt that on this side, they have to get their rest before bringing in an opportunity. And perhaps Aries, you know, on this second side here is what I'm thinking is, you know, is that they are just slow and moving forward, but there is love here. There's no doubt that there is love here. They just had to put an end to what it is so they can, before they can balance the scales out with you here, I think they had to put an end to something. But that's what I'm seeing. So what can actually help you in this process? What's going to help you both in this process? Let's see what it is that you want to say to them and what they want to say to you. Let's see what wants to come out. What is it that you want to say to them, Aries? Let's see what wants to come out. Here it is. I'm your friend, and it's painful seeing how quickly I can become your enemy, okay? How interesting is this? Okay, so, you know, a lot of times it's good to become friends, you know, at first, but, you know, this is saying is that, you know, perhaps there was some sort of disagreement, you know, and in this situation, and you put an end to it. And what you're saying, what you want to say to this other person is that I'm your friend first. Before anything, I'm your friend. And, you know, and this is just to remind your partner of your friendship first above all and above anything else. That is really, really key. So, you know, perhaps, you know, that you know, there's been some, you know, something that hasn't been really working out and the scales haven't been balanced. And, you know, all of a sudden that perhaps you've been ignored or, you know, as they've been, you know, getting their rest and they moved on, but perhaps they didn't say anything and you kind of felt like, wow, it's kind of interesting. Let's see what they want to say to you. When you treat me this way, it feels like you don't respect me. Is that true? Okay. So maybe there was ignoring on both sides in some way. So that's what I'm kind of seeing, or perhaps it's, you know, there was a situation where that you're looking to, you know, this other person's looking to reclaim their dignity, you know, and maybe the situation maybe made them lose their dignity in some way, shape, or form. And they want to feel respected, and so they're asking, you know, saying, hey, you know what, when you did this, or in some way, shape, or form, I felt as if you didn't respect me, and is that true? So this is about getting clarity of the situation, okay? So just reclaim your dignity, this person is really just trying to look you in the eye and say, hey, you know what, you know, I want you to understand that when this happened, this is how I felt. Was this your intention, type thing? Okay. What else is it? What they want to, what that you would like to say to them, Aries? What would you like to say to this other person? Let's see what wants to come out here. I know I've really hurt you. What can I do to help you trust? That would help you trust me again. Wow. So maybe there was something that was done. You know, maybe in the past over here. Aries, note your comments. You know, maybe it was putting an end to something. You know, maybe it was causing something that was causing some sort of strife. I don't know. So note your comments below, guys. But what happened, you're looking for the trust from your other person here. Okay, what would they like to say to you here? I don't feel heard. Wow, how interesting. So maybe maybe one person was ignoring each other, and now this person on this side is not feeling heard. So how interesting is that? What's going to help you in this process for both of you? What can really help you, both of you, kind of bridge this gap? Because it looks like, yeah, it looks like that something is taking place. So let's see here. Reconnect. He wants you to reconnect here, both of you. You need to reconnect and get the passion out and maybe have that conversation. There's two people that are intertwining here, and this is passion, and this is talking about self-confidence. So, you know, someone on this side actually hurt the other person on this side. That's what the cards are kind of talking about, but this person's not feeling heard. So what's going to say is that, hey, let's reconnect. Let's talk about, you know, kind of the situation and what was going on, and let's reconnect. And this is also saying is it wants you to evolve, and it wants you to evolve together. Okay, so by reconnecting here, it's going to help you evolve together as two. So you reconnect as two, you know, as two, you know, that is now one here. Same thing here, but it's going to help you evolve spiritually. So I think by coming together, areas that it's going to spiritually, heartfelt, which is the green of the heart chakra, and then, you know, you've got the crown chakra and the third eye, you know, becoming perceptive and being very spiritual together. It's going to help you both evolve together and branch out a little bit better, you know, in terms of the relationship itself. So maybe talking about that. Being flexible is going to be very, very key for both of you too. Flexible in the process is going to be very, very helpful. Yeah, it's saying, you know, really be flexible in this situation. It's a time to go with the flow. Maybe spontaneity is going to be very important for both of you. I think it's going to help the process and help the situation, you know, and really kind of bring things back, you know, a little bit, you know, whatever shape or form, if it needs to be back. Being kind to each other is going to really, really help as well. So in this conversation that you have, and, you know, when you reconnect, you know, be flexible, be kind to each other, because that's going to help the relationship evolve into whatever it's supposed to be. Okay, so that's what's actually really coming into play there. And perhaps it's actually trying a new approach in the process. Okay, there's a new approach that needs to be taken. So maybe hearing each other out. So on this person's side here, hearing each other out, and you know, and respecting each other, treating each other with kindness is key. And then maybe asking, you know, whatever, maybe on this side for here, when we talked about this, is that, you know, perhaps getting that person's trust again in some way, shape, or form, because something was breached of trust on this side, because there was a death on this side. Something came to an end, and, you know, it was some sort of strife as well. But you're just looking to get your stability back, I think, is one of the key things. And that's really, really going to help you. So I hope that this resonated in some way, shape, or form, Aries. I look forward to seeing you in the next month. Gosh, it would be the second half of July. And until then, namaste.